Good evening. Good evening. What's good? And welcome back to the Take Back. It's a late night.
It's a late night, but it's Saturday. Hey, happy Saturday, everybody! I know majority of you people are actually out being active and stuff, so I hope you are. But if you're not, we got some stuff to be able to entertain you guys.
Yeah, we know y'all out there turning up. For y'all out there turning up, all out there. I know some of y'all not sober anymore. It's 10:30, so you either drinking, having a good time. I'm just hoping that you make it home safely for those that are out, and for those that are in the home safe already. If you were bored, we got some fun for you tonight. I just hope that you take action, and I hope that you participate because we got some games involved. And then if you really want to be involved, jump in the chat. And if you really want to be involved, just ask us to come and join our screen in our live, and you can join in. So just write me in the chat. I invite you, send you the link, and you can come and join us. But anyway, Tiffany, how was your day?
My day was good. I enjoyed myself this Saturday. The kids were actually pretty calm today, pretty cool and collected. So they did give us a hard time trying to put them to sleep. So we apologize for being late because they are still not asleep. But we told them, just chill out. We know it's the weekend. Y'all chill out. But they, it's Vegas. They feel like on the weekends we don't sleep. So we got to figure out some stuff right there. But how about you? How was yours?
It was good today. Today, I was able to spend some time with my mom earlier. That was a great time. It was a blessing. Did a lot of driving around, wasting that $5.50 gas. Shout out to Smith's for allowing me to fill up and get that dollar off today. That was amazing. So that was a blessing. But other than that, it was just a good time. Spending some time with the family. We got that nap in. So I just feel great. I feel like I'm getting refreshed for next week. Had a nice conversation with my mentor today. I can go on and on, but I don't want to bore out the people with my day. How was your day? How was your day? Put it in the chat. If you got something, you got a win you want to celebrate, throw it in the chat. Yeah. Somebody's probably on their first date. If you're on your first date right now, shout out to you. We wishing you nothing but the best. Get off your phone.
Get off your phone, yeah. Spend some quality time.
Some quality time. So we got some questions tonight. Tonight, Steve, we just want to have some fun. We're going to use a theme from Lovebirds. So we got some cards. We got some questions. If you got any questions, throw them in the chat. Anything. We also got some questions from some conversation starters online as well. So we're going to continue to bless y'all. Yeah. So what you got for the people tonight? So I know you were super eager to get on tonight. What you got for the folks tonight?
Yes, because I had so much fun with the last one. We did some Kahoot. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun. Everybody was engaging. So I want to be able to do the same thing. I wanted to do it the next day, but we don't want to be too much, So, but we have it on the weekend. So here we are. But what I want to do is, until we have everybody kind of like come in and roll in from the chat, I want to be able to like kind of pick from the deck and we can ask some questions, and we want to hear you guys' feedback. Like, we're not really necessarily doing the questions for just generally us, but we will completely be transparent and honest and authentic. So, but we want to be able to hear from you guys. So feel free to leave comments, like, share, subscribe. If you have not subscribed to our podcast, let's put that on in the chat as well. And if you guys have not liked our page, go on ahead and like the Take Back with BNT. It's at the Take Back with BNT. Okay.
Yeah, let me see if I can go into and pull up some of these links and install them in the chat. I make it easy for everybody so they can just copy and paste when they get a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Greg Drake. Look at Drake out there.
Greg on?
Yes.
What up, Drake?
We love your support. You are so dope. We love you and your support.
Yeah, it's always good to see Drake on.
Yeah, and I definitely want to hear your feedback. You're actually one of the reasons why I wanted to do the questions, because he gives a lot of feedback. So I hope you guys are ready. All right. So I'm gonna pull a card. Real quick.
Tell Greg we love you. Pull you on too one day, man. When you're ready, we're gonna drag you on here.
You ready to get on today? Let's jump on. Come on, let's get it. So also, you guys, if you guys haven't seen, we came out with our third episode today that was refreshing your relationships. That came out earlier. It was funny because Brandon put the bloopers out there as well. I was like, really? I was like, it made me so frustrated with you, but it's okay. Brandon be trying it.
I know.
He went from let's finish recording it to we should go live, and I'm like, really? Like let's do this. Let's do this. But we're super excited about hearing the feedback from that as well. If you checked it out, please give us a like, comment, and share for that as well. So let me pick out a card. All right. This is from shout out to, and this is not sponsored. Shout out to For Lovebirds Couples. It's a conversation starter for couples. Nice little fun, random question. So it's not necessarily all about relationships, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, so this first question: what are the 3 objects that you own that you value most? What are the 3 objects that you own that you value the most? I'll write it in the chat, or I'll write it. Oh, can I write it in the chat? I think I can.
Yeah, you should be able to write up in the chat.
Yeah, I'll write it in the chat. And you, yeah. So answer the question, Brandon. What are the 3 objects that you own that you value the most?
All right, I was still trying to grab this link, but well, I can take some time to think about it. Take some time to think. My value, honestly, right now, there's nothing really too sentimental. Like, I don't know. I'm looking around. Everything I've done, I've put out into this world. So it's monetized, and you can leverage it. You can buy it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's first and foremost. It's hard. I'm having a hard time multitasking. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Let me pull up this channel.
Yeah, you guys. So we also are looking for a moderator that can be able to help us make sure you got the right stuff out for you guys. They can be able to write these things in the chat. So if you know how to do that, hit us up in our inbox and let us know that you guys can be able to help with that, because we can let this thing go a little bit more smoother. So for me, actually, what the 3 things that I own that I value most is I own my time. I own my freedom, because I am a business owner and self-employed. So I do value the fact that I can be able to get up and go and do the things that I want at any given time. And I can freely be able to spend time with my children. If I'm not having a good day and I want to take a day off, I don't have to necessarily call in. I could just take the day off, and I could just be able to reset my mind. So that would necessarily be all 3 of mine, because it helps me with my self-preservation, financial freedom, and I get to be able to do what I want when I want. So that would be for me.
I like it. Yeah, that having your time and owning your time is huge. Other than that, I value my family. My man said let me see what Drake said. Drake said my grandmother's Bible, my guns, and time. I like that. Yeah, man. My man said my gun. You gotta value them. I'm gonna say I value my freedom. I'm gonna say that's my top thing that I have is just that freedom. I cherish that, especially since Juneteenth and all of that stuff that just happened. And doing my studying, I value my freedom more than anything.
Yeah,
and the ability to do what I want to do when I want to do it. I mean, I got some sentimental things, but the last thing I'm gonna do is tell people what they are, because I don't want people to know what the right hand is doing.
That is true. That is very, very true. And I'm actually valuing, shout out to Take Flight Learning Assessments. We're going to be doing some training with them where we're learning a little bit more about how to be able to put out DISC in a layman's form, because we definitely understand, we're hearing you guys' feedback that it's not really as comprehensible as we would like it to be right now. So we're going into new certification and learning some new ways to be able to put that out for you guys. So be on the lookout for that as well. So okay, so I'm gonna jump into the next question.
No, hold on. No, I'm gonna get you on the next question. So you're gonna pull cards, but what I'm gonna do with you is I'm gonna have you choose a number between 1 and 25, and I'm gonna put that thing in the chat, and let's see how you can roll. Like so 1 through 25, pick one.
11.
So question number 11 is, I'm gonna grab it from here.
And shout out to Toastmasters for giving us these impromptu ways to be able to do this.
Shout out to them.
Talkers.
Shout out to them. All right, here we go. Is there a reoccurring theme in your life? Is there a reoccurring theme in your life?
Ooh, is there a reoccurring theme in my life?
Mm-hmm.
It used to be. And now, right now, I feel like this is like our third cycle of our relationship. I feel like this has been our third cycle. So initially, if there was ever like any type of like financial issues or anything like in our relationship, it would cause a rift between me and you. And then it would cause for us to either get upset at each other or blame one another. What the fuck is that? It
What
was
is
like
it?
a scorpion. It's like a
Is it a
scorpion.
centipede? Oh, I gotta go. I'll be back.
Oh my god! Oh god! Oh god!
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know. It ran away. It was in my foot.
That's a foot. Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Oh my god! You got it. You got it. You got it. Killing it. Sorry, you got it. Did you get it?
Yeah,
Oh my god!
that was huge.
It was huge, huh?
Yeah. Ain't no scorpion.
Oh my god! It looked like a scorpion or centipede or something. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm in my garage. Oh my god, I'm so hot right now. I'm sorry. Okay. I don't even remember what the question was. Oh,
We real live over here. My bad.
okay, you guys. Focus. He said step on it. I ain't got no shoes on. I can't step on it. Oh god. Oh, I feel like stuff's at my foot now. I feel like stuff's at my feet.
No more. It's dead. It's dead.
Yeah, he killed it. Okay, is there a reoccurring theme in your life? So, okay, so financially, like if we ever have financial issues, it would cause like me and him to like not necessarily cause not necessarily cause a rift between us, but it will cause like resentment. Like you're not pulling your weight, but you're not pulling your weight, or we're like causing to like point the finger at each other. And like so, especially through the pandemic, of course, everybody saw financial woes with that. So it became more so a thing of let's figure out not necessarily what's blaming it. How can we be able to fix it? How can we be able to fix exactly where our financials are going wrong? So that was the recurring theme in my life, and we're changing it and we're fixing it, and we ain't having those problems no more.
Greg Drake said his reoccurring thing would be battling procrastination.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I kind of deal with that too. I deal with that too. That is, I agree.
That's deep. I would say my reoccurring theme would be, so like you were just saying, so our last podcast was really beneficial for me because it really did tell me a lot. Because we were talking about what you were just talking about, pulling your weight 50-50, 70-30, and things like that. So my thing would be, it's kind of like if I'm going full fledged and I'm being my best self. Like I remember you would say things like you working out and then you look like this and then we're gonna go over here and then I'm not ready for all that. And I'm just like, all right, well, if that's not where we at, then I guess it's either you come with me or I stay with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that my common theme was always kind of like letting myself go a little bit because I know I hold myself to a super high standard when it comes to health, especially when I'm focused and I'm trying to be my best self. So holding back and then trying to build myself back up to having that inspiration and motivation and that discipline again. Because in order for you to even get to that point, like you got to set your mindset to move forward and get focused. And yeah, that's what I kind of battle with often is just trying to rebuild myself to where I feel like I'm supposed to be. And then I have like these checkpoints in my life that I'm always trying to compare myself to. And I'm like, all right, I want to be as healthy as I was when I was 32 or when I was 31. But that was when I was at my peak. And I got to remember that it took a long time to get to that point. And it's going to be hard to get back to that point. So, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, well, that's actually a good point. So, hmm,
You pull
this is a
one.
good, this is
What
a
you
good one.
got?
If you could enroll in a PhD program with your tuition paid in full, what would you study?
Yeah, 100% psychology for me
For
already.
you.
I mean, I've already did my 3 years. I'm pretty much have my associates already, but now it's time to get my bachelor's and get that PhD in psychology. So if I was to ever go back to school, which it'll probably be in my future, it'll be in psychology definitely. What about you?
That would be the same with tuition paid in full. Mine would be the same. Um,
Are you typing it up?
yeah, I'm trying to type it out so that everybody else can see it as well. I would pick psychology as well, because um, and then that would also give me the opportunity to be able to say, hey, I'm gonna go for my master's, and I'm gonna go for my, or actually it's PhD. So never mind. It would be a PhD program. It would be for me to be learning others, understanding social emotional intelligence, pretty much on the route that we are now. Like that's where I would go, because that is so important, and we have. I mean, I want to emphasize how important it is to learn each other and build all relationships, no matter who you're with, and no matter. I don't want you guys to necessarily think that we're talking about just relationships as intimate. We're talking about relationships with your kids, relationships with your best friends, relationship with your mom, your dad. You build these relationships so you can be able to create beautiful memories, because we only get one life. And if we think about a person and how they're gonna, like, how they operate with us, especially if you see a pattern with a person, there's a reason why there's a pattern. People only let you get away with what you allow them to. But if you learn and you show that you're not no nonsense, like, I'm going to tap into my superpowers and I understand your behaviors and I see what's going on, I see the negative and I see the positive. How are we going to be able to, like, I'm going to make sure that we work together and build a better rapport with each other. So psychology would be my ideal point.
Yeah. Well, you know what I love right now is that although we're not necessarily psychologists, we have our position in the industry.
Right.
So, when we went to Dr. Sheldon's event that was over at the Pearson Center, every company and every resource that from our city was there. And to be involved and included as a resource, to be able to not just help out their patients, but to be able to help out the psychologists, I think that God has put us in a perfect position uh, along our purpose, because now we're able to help out not just the people, but we able to help out the people that help the people. Mr.
Yeah.
Greg Drake said philosophy. What you want to learn? What philosophy? What type of philosophy would you learn, Drake? Because
What would you?
I've studied so many philosophies: Greek philosophy, Rome. I've studied different religions, yeah, Christianity. I mean, to me, everything is a philosophy. Anything that teaches you how to think and a better way of thinking, or just give you some substance, most definitely. So, Greg, what type of philosophy you want to learn, brother? And while Greg is pulling that up in there in the chat, um, let
It's
me.
not, it's not showing my things when I write it. I'm not sure why.
It's all good. You probably putting it
I put it in the wrong chat.
in the private. Why you got you putting the question over there?
I was putting the questions on Facebook, but it's not showing up.
All right. Sorry. Give me a number 1 through 25.
Oh, there we go. Um, 22.
22. Oh man, this is a good one. I like this one. And pull it up. So your question is gonna be.
I love it. Before we get into that, he put to think on a different level about life events. I love it.
Yeah, 100 different perspectives, right? Especially at our age, we've been bombarded with systems and perspectives and ways of thinking and the wrong way, right way. So I like it because I think you really do got to unlearn some things in order for you to learn
Very
different
true.
things.
Very true.
Yeah,
Very
thanks,
true.
Greg. I love that, man. All right, so here we go. Your question that you pulled up, Tiffany, was give me an example of a random encounter that changed your life forever. Give me an example of a random encounter that changed your life forever.
I think I know yours.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Start with me. I'll let you give me yours.
Okay, I think I know yours. I think it was Tasha's daughter's wedding.
Yeah, that was yeah.
So we
That was one of them.
that
That
was
was
one of
one of them. Definitely one of them.
yeah, I think it would be that. The for you for honestly, I feel like that was. Let me see. Hold on. Random chance encounter. That chance. Stacy Galandi.
Okay, talk about it.
It was super random, and it happened to be on live TV. Was when the day Brazil came home from the hospital after her accident, and we were, we were in the clear that she was gonna be okay. And so I had over the time, Stacy Galandi, she was at Action 13. She was at 13 News, and she decided to what's that sound? She was covering the story. So over this time, we became really good friends and such. So every time something was going on, she would be a part of it. So she was there live when Brazil came home, and during that live, she said, "Let me know when you guys come out with your book. I'm gonna sign it." Or she's like, "I want one signed."
I remember.
And I just laughed. I giggled at it. It was funny. And then when we got off, when we wrapped, she was like, "No, I'm serious. Like, really, you need to write this story. Like, you need to tell what you've been through." Because me and her had long talks after, during the 7 months that Brazil had been dealing with this. At that point, it was about 7 months. And I took what she said and I went and did it. So I called her and I told her, you know what? Like, it was probably like 3 months later. I was like, I finished writing the book. And she was like, "You wrote it? Like, you really did it?" So, that's what we did. But that changed my life because now I am a 6-time author, and that put me on the journey and the path that I'm on now.
Yeah, that started the momentum.
It did.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like, I remember you looked at me, you was like, "Write a book." So I'm like, "Yeah, right, yeah, do that. You can do it. You can do anything."
And every single word in Tragedy Testimony, I wrote myself. Yeah. Okay, so no ghostwriter. It was me. No shade to nobody. Shout out to those who know what their purpose is, but don't really know necessarily how to start. And if you need help, I recommend it. I've done ghostwriting before for people because it is hard. It really is hard. So, but I'm proud of that I was able to kind of knock that out.
So a random encounter that changed my life forever. I'm gonna tell you this. So I used to be a fighter. I was bad, right? And when I was young, I tried to step up to this little white kid, and he was taller than me, and this boy hit me in the ear so hard. My ear was just ringing. I'm like, "Man, I ain't about to fight with my ear ringing like this, bro. Like, we got to get this fixed." So I'm like, "Can I even hear out this thing?" Dude was like, "Nah, let's fight." I'm like, "Nah, bro, you're gonna have to hold off. I'm gonna take this L." All right. So that was the one. But I'm gonna go back to what you were saying because this really changed my life. Anyway, that turned me into not a fighter and to being a lover.
You silly. I want no parts in that. I don't want no parts in that.
But my one counter, and I'm gonna try to make this long story real short real quick, I just want to talk about how I look at random encounters, because I truly look at random encounters like they're divine, right? It's like divine opportunities. And when you think like, what is a divine opportunity? So things for me are always super aligned. So when I was with Ally for 10 years and then they fired me right before the pandemic hit, and then when I saw Ken on TV and I went to Toastmasters, I was like, I want to go talk to that man right there. Like, that's the man we looking for. That's one we need to talk to. We met him. We created the relationship. But all from just going to that meeting, I met like a whole new set of friends, a whole new community. That was where I was with Nate. I met Delisa, pretty much everybody that we rocking with right now.
Yeah.
Those people have been in our lives that whole time. And then going from there, just meeting everybody. And then that just kind of changed my life. So then the week after that, we went to Tasha's daughter's party, and
Her wedding, yeah.
the wedding, and we ran into your former boss. And when we ran into her, she talked about an opportunity that was there, and I was open to take advantage of it. It was a
Right.
position, and honestly, man, that changed my life. Just going through that training and then working with Action Coach and just learning all about business and
Yeah.
structure and teams and development and just learning everything that I learned now. And it completely, like when I say it changed my life, it completely changed my life. So everything that you see now, from the books to the certifications to the speaking in front of the businesses and at seminars and conferences, all of that type of stuff, it all stemmed from just that one opportunity. And
And
then
seeing
it's a
that
gift that
somebody
continues to
believed
keep giving. Yeah. What you
in you.
say?
I say, and seeing that somebody believed in you, like it gives you a boost. It's about it gives you confidence. It gives you some type of like, yeah, I can. I could do it. Sometimes you just need a push, and sometimes you can be that push. You never know if you give somebody just a simple compliment. You never know where it's going to take them.
Yeah, compliment and opportunity. This was one of the ones where I didn't need the support. I needed somebody that was willing to elevate me, and she was willing to take a chance and elevate me. And it was crazy because it was a time when I was at my lowest moment. Like, yeah, I just got fired. I was trying to figure out how am I going to take care of this family? How am I going to be a provider? And she opened up the door for it. Right, it was just amazing. And I think what
And
really,
she's still setting it. She's still
oh yeah,
setting
she's
stuff up for us
still
right
with
now.
us.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta keep moving the word on that right now
yeah,
because it's happening. But
yeah.
being around her has been life changing. So shout out to Coach Angie.
Yeah, Coach Angie, she really did. And whenever we feel down, like she always reminds us who we are. And so that's why I think it's
Pretty
important
true.
people even have a coach. Because I'm like, man, if it wasn't for her, it's been a lot of times that I think I would have walked away from this journey and I would have went back to the workforce. But nah, she was just like, you got something, you're on your path. And just remember that this is part of it. Like, it's not gonna be smooth. You're not gonna always win. You gotta take some losses. You gotta learn how to persevere. And I just love her for that because it does, man. You need that mindset change. So that was my one thing. That was my random encounter. If you had a random encounter, put it in the chat. I want to know what was your random encounter that changed your life for the better. And while you're thinking about putting that in, for those that don't want to participate in the chat, go ahead and you can go to the link and go start following our page. Go follow the Take Back with Tiffany and Brandon on Facebook. Go follow
Yes.
our YouTube. The YouTube is Meet the Wards and all of that. My man said, let's see what Greg Drake said. Greg said, my first time at the Urban Chamber of Commerce and I met B Ward. Yeah, hey, I remember that, man. Because I was like, I remember Greg Drake and he walked in. We just embraced each other. He was like, man, there's something about you. You got something about you. So Greg, you've been actually speaking life into me, bro, since I first met you, and I appreciate you for that. Because when you a man and then you can have that same respect and reverence for another man, I think it just shows it just shows so much leadership and love, and it's what we need in our community more than ever. So I truly support you, and I appreciate you. I was able to meet your wife too, and that was a great time. And then I even saw you do some speaking. We pushed you to do some speaking in front of the chamber, and Greg continues to grow.
Yeah.
What you got up there, Tiff?
Okay, so let me go ahead and pull one out.
Hey, he said you continue to teach me as I watch you both evolve. That's right, baby. Yeah, hey, and it was
Aw.
crazy. So I want to talk about that real quick. I'm just gonna comment
Okay.
on that. So a lot of times people think that you have to be perfect and you got to have all your shit together in order for you to put yourself out there. But what I'm learning is that people respect the journey more than ever. Like, people like to see you grow. And can you imagine that? So Greg Drake was telling me that he saw me and he saw like this light in me when he first met me. And now he telling me that he sees me continuing to grow. That really does mean that I'm evolving, right? And if I'm evolving and he sees that, that's just a blessing. So every time I see Greg, I'm expecting him to tell me that, man, it's good seeing you grow. Now, the day that I'm not growing, I expect you to tell me that as well. Check me. Hold me accountable. All right, you got your question?
Yes, I got my question. I was trying to find something on Facebook. Okay. What are some of your favorite games to play when you were a kid? And do you see any parallels to what you chose to do as a career?
Yeah, baseball. And it was always sports for me. So it was always sports. And then whenever I played sports, I was always in the leadership role. that was just how I always saw myself. Even if I wasn't the best on the team, I can still see myself as a leader. And then because my dad coached majority of my teams, whether it was baseball, basketball, or football, I've always had like this coaching mindset within me. So it was always a coach inside of me. So all I did was take that same love, passion, and desire of helping people get better in sports, and I put that into business, and I put that into regular life. And I feel like that has really been the way I've leveraged that passion and that ability. And honestly, it's a great passion to have because not everybody can be a coach. You know, for you to be a coach, people have to see you as a coach. Not too many people are going to allow you to tell them their flaws and where they can be better. But when you're a coach, people expect that out of you. It's like you have been anointed to be able to give that. And I appreciate it. So being able to encourage people to be better, to be able to see them be better, and to see whatever they wanted to achieve manifest has been an ultimate blessing. And I'm telling you, man, I'm grateful for the opportunity that I was given. And I'm happy that it's passion within me. I used to have this jealous bone in me as well. And I used to be like, man, seeing everybody winning and I'm not winning, but when you helping other people win, you take accountability for it. And it's a great feeling. What about you?
For me, I love that you said that. I said mine, didn't I? No, I didn't say it.
Nah, Terrence McMillan said I
I'm
witnessed it.
hearing.
Yeah. What up, Mr. McMillan?
I hear our smoke detector. I hear the smoke detector. But so for me,
Why would you throw yourself off like that? It ain't going on. Ain't no fire, man.
no, it's not. What are some of the kids you play, the games you played as a kid, and is it parallel to what you do as a career? For me, I played, I ran track, so I was very individualistic when it came to my sports. I tried to be on a 4x100, and I would go out there and I'd give it my all, and then I'd see the third leg just take her time, and it just drove me nuts. So I became a jumper. I was the highest jump, triple jump, long jump, and 110 hurdles. I was like, I'm gonna do it on my own. So it did parallel to what I was doing as an adult, doing sales and just really finding out what works for me individually. And it has definitely helped me growing up because now I was able to decide the path that was working out best for me being a trainer and a coach. Now I can be able to help people develop those teams because it drove me nuts that a team didn't, or if I'm on a team and they didn't do the same, if they didn't put in the same effort as I did, it made me not want to do it. So why not be able to help others be able to be on the same path and have the same goals in mind so that nobody is lacking on the team. So yeah, I do feel like it did parallel in my life. Absolutely.
Yeah, I see it even now as we work because you do a lot better when you are by yourself. Like when you wake up in the morning and and work by yourself, like you get so productive. And it's something like when I'm with you, it's like you waiting on me and my
I get distracted.
perspective or it's like, nah, like you got the mindset to do it. You know what your vision is and you smart enough. Just trust yourself. And that's the only thing I see that's different is that, so like you working individualistic or you working with me is just that like you put your expectations or you trust in me so you could kind of like let go of your abilities. But I just say do you because you got it.
I
So
guess it's
hey,
me. I think it's more because I'm a high I as well, a parrot. So I'm like, whenever someone's around me, I guess that silence kind of drives me nuts. I feel like we have to have some type of social interaction. But when I'm by myself, I don't have music going. I don't have I'm literally like listening to my own thoughts, and it helps me be more effective. But when you're around, it's like I want to be social interaction. I want to be able to talk to you, hear your voice. I want to feel your energy. But that's not the right time to be able to do those things. So that's where my, I guess my battle is.
yeah, So what you telling me is that because we not going to working nowhere, right? So if we're gonna work together, we need a bigger house, and our offices need to be on separate sides of the
We
home, on
do.
a
Just
whole
for,
different side.
but we also need to have one where we're close together, so we can be able to decide which way we need to handle.
We'll be
So
podcasting together.
let's put that in the vision. Let's put that up
We'll
in
sit
the
on the couch together with a new podcast together.
vision. Right.
So Greg said, he said football. He said, I felt that I was not going to be outdone by anyone, no matter who they were or what they said. Yeah. Yeah.
And does
And
it does it parallel to now?
yeah, it does appear, because I know that mind frame is different. I know if in a competitive role, I know that, you really do need that. But I noticed that in this new role that we in right now, we got to be a lot more, um, let's see, we got to be a lot more together.
Yeah,
As I would say, like we have to be a lot more. What's the word, Tiff? When you're bringing people together,
a collaborative.
yeah, collaborative. You're something with a C. You'll see. But yeah, definitely, you got to be a lot more collaborative because I know the value is in people. Um, so another thing for me, with baseball is, I'm sorry, you took down that chat. So for baseball teaches you the ups and downs of life, and you can't always be hot. So at times you're gonna hit times in your life where you're gonna hit a slump, and you gotta pivot. You gotta do things different. Like you gotta
Yeah,
stand different, hold your hands different. You gotta delay. You gotta figure out whether you in front, whether you behind, whether you above or below. Like you gotta figure out what the issue is, and a lot of times it's always in your mind. And then when you start doing worse, when you start doing bad, you start doing worse because your mind is constantly beating you up. And I truly feel like baseball is a great reflection of like life, because even then, it's sometimes where you got to take a break and you got to let somebody else step in, especially when you're not hot, like when everything is not rolling for you, and you're not at your best. And then it's sometimes where you got to push through it. So knowing when is it necessary to push through, and knowing when it's necessary for you to call in and tag somebody else in at the right time.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That
What
was
we
good.
got in
I
the
like
chat?
that one. That was a
Yeah.
good one. Is it my turn to pull, or it was your? Did you do yours?
So you pulled that question.
Okay.
Mine's is, you got to give me a number.
5.
Number
And you
5.
guys this live. We wanna be able to hear y'all appreciation, see y'all love. Thank you so much for joining us. Check out our podcast. Our episode 3 is up right now, refreshing your relationships. Our next one is going to be 7 ways to improve your relationship. And then we're also going to be talking. What was the other ones? I forgot the other ones.
Don't worry about those.
The schedule out. I forgot.
Yeah, because the 7 ways is, like I said, y'all. The 7 ways is gonna come from that ebook we've been sending you. Like we're gonna always have an ebook ready for you by the 4th one. Something that you can take tangible, something that you can share with other people, something that you can stay with. So that's that one. But for those that haven't watched the episode that just dropped today, make sure you go and check it out. What was it? What was the title of the show today?
Refreshing your relationship.
Refreshing your yeah. And
Yeah, and it's
I
not
thought we
what you
gave
think.
right.
That's
I
the
think we
thing.
gave a unique perspective on that.
It's not what you think.
Yeah,
Go check
definitely.
it out. Go check it out.
Yeah.
You gotta have me on one of these days.
Yep.
Come on now.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
ready? You want to come on?
Yeah,
We will send you a link.
Yeah,
You can join in on the conversation. Grab a plate and let's conversate.
yeah, this easy conversation right here. All right, here we go. Let me go to this question right here. So this is the one you pulled. What is the sweetest thing that anyone has ever said about you? What is the sweetest thing that anyone has ever said about you? I'm gonna give you some time to think
easy.
about it.
No, that's
you ready? You got it? All right, go ahead.
That I'm a good mom and I'm a good wife.
All right.
That means so much to me.
Yeah.
That means so much to me. Like people, oh, you're pretty, your eyes are green. That's so cute, But how I am as a mom and a wife, that is my value. That is my core. That is my morals. It means so much to me. So that's the greatest compliment I could ever receive is how I parent and how I am as a wife.
I love it. I love it. And I appreciate you as a parent and as a wife. Greg said, nope, he ain't coming on. Not tonight.
I see what happened was my Wi-Fi is a little off today. How about you? What is the
Sweet.
sweetest thing anyone has ever said about you?
So I'm apologize to him in advance. So my mentor, you know, I hate that I'm considering this as sweet, but it's sweet to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to me. But today I got a phone call and I'm speaking it now, and I don't know. God is always on time. So for him to call me and talk about what he talked to me about, it was perfect. But what my man told me was that he was just telling me about my value. You know what I mean? Just telling me about my value. And it was like, don't devalue yourself. And he saw some marketing material that we put out and he was like, nope, that's not it. He was like, that's not it at all. That is not the perspective, or that's not the positioning that you want. Like, don't ever have people um, deal with you on a sense of value. I heard the alarm too.
It's
Like,
gonna drive me nuts. We gotta fix that.
yeah, I'm gonna
It
fix
just
it.
started.
I'm gonna fix it. But that meant so much to me because not only did it empower me, but it made me, it really did encourage me. Like it really did. And it got me right back seeing myself in the right light, in the right perspective. Because sometimes, especially during this pandemic, man, I'm telling y'all, like things is hard. And when you run your own business, we don't run a business where it's immediate transaction. A lot of times we gotta build a relationship. So it starts with, hey, I do this, you do this. Hey, let's get together and let's talk about how we can help each other. Then you had that conversation. And then what happens is that person got to go live that life and feel what it feel like
Feel
to
that
not
pain
have,
point.
the pain point. And then they be like, oh, you know what? I do need you. And then they come back. So the money is slow, but then when the money come in, it's big. You know what I mean? So it's bittersweet.
It's a
So that
balance. We
so
gotta
just to
find.
have him tell me like the value, my value, and the value that we bring to this community. And then another thing, he was just like, look, you at a position where you can either help kids, you can help businesses, or you can help the community, or you can
Yeah.
just do it all in one. And I just appreciate him for that. So shout out to Shondell. I appreciate you, Shondell Newsom. You know, I had to have them phone calls. My man, he had an hour phone call with me and really just speaking life into me. So I'm very grateful for it.
That's beautiful. Let's see what Greg Drake said. Greg Drake said, I was told that I'm a strong black man. You are. So
Yeah.
that's facts. You are very strong. And we miss you over at Toastmasters. Come back.
Yeah, you also very wise, man, and very well spoken. I think you have an amazing heart, and I think that you come from a perfect. You just come from a perfect perspective every time I'm dealing with you. So I love your energy. So although I know that you strong and I love your strength, I also love you for all that other stuff, brother. Because we strong. Like no matter we gonna survive no matter what. But it's those other qualities that's gonna help us elevate.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts. Shout out to all our strong black men out there.
Yeah, shout out to all y'all, man.
You too.
And even y'all, even if you at your weakest moment right now, man, you still a strong black man.
Exactly.
You just gotta be reminded who you are because I know you can't always be at your best, right? All right, Tiff, you got one?
Yep. Okay, so mine says, what do you think your partner's ideal way to spend a Friday night? And go.
I gotta go first.
Well, I gotta type it in the chat, so that's why.
All right. So our ideal way to spend a Friday night,
So, what do you think your partner's ideal way?
your ideal
My
way.
ideal way.
Your ideal way would be at a theme park with the kids. I'm just joking. So if it's a nighttime, you like something romantic, but you like something that's a little bit safe. So I think that a dinner near like a lake with with the moon shining off the lake, the little ambiance, a little bottle of wine, good conversation. It don't even gotta be just me and you. I think it could be me, you, and some good friends, some people that you trust, some people that you love, and just having a good time. Social interaction, everybody laughing, everybody having a good time. I think that's your ideal Friday evening.
I like to agree. I like to agree. But I also enjoy and I miss game nights.
uh,
I miss our
yeah,
game nights. We used to have the most lit
yeah, that was
game
it.
nights. We'd have everybody coming over. Even there was nights where we were like, we don't feel like doing it tonight. Everybody still show up. Everybody still come. We like, we already sent out the message. We're not doing it tonight. Well, we doing it. You don't have to do
Yeah,
it. Go in there and go to sleep. We all meeting over here and doing. I miss that group of friends and stuff, but we still have all of them. So we just need to have it come back because the pandemic and stuff.
yeah.
Separate, stop that. So we need to get back to that.
Our game nights are super lit too because right next door to us, our neighbor worked at Budweiser, so he
And
had
gave us
us.
every.
Our refrigerator in the garage was full and lit with liquor, but we don't even drink,
And
so
we don't
we
drink.
never drank it. But we
So
always had alcohol for our friends, and
I mean, they had fun with it.
yeah, what I love is I love seeing people get out of their comfort zone. They was they get loose. People who was introverts will become extroverts, and they tell you about their personal lives. I think it was and another thing that it was a time of healing, not just for us, but for all those other couples that were involved as well. They really
That
needed
is
that
true.
time.
That
Yeah,
is true. I think we helped a lot of people at that time, and they were helping us as well because that was especially at the time Brazil had just came home and everybody understood that we couldn't really leave and go places or whatnot, so they brought it to us, and it just was just so much fun.
I forgot about that perspective of it, man. I love y'all for that.
Yes,
Yeah, I love y'all for that.
very
Knew we
supportive.
couldn't go places, so they brought the party to us. You right.
Yeah, we got to do
I
that again. We got
I
to do
remember
it.
going shopping for that. That was good times.
Yeah, yeah. So we got to do that again. Gregory Drake said, wine dinner party. I love
Yeah,
that.
that's the same thing. We got to bring him with us, man.
Right,
He coming to
right.
the game nights. All right. So how you think I would choose to spend a Friday night?
I think you want to do like a concert or some type of live music, some type of live band. Um, and then not necessarily like an after party, but after like chill session, like where we can go and vibe out and talk to people and just have a candid conversation. Um, One thing I seen you thrive was when we went to Women Doing It Big and they had the man cave and you were like out with the guys, like I was doing my thing with the girls and you're doing your thing with the guys. So where we have couples where we could separate and have those conversations, those candid conversations individually. So I think that would be an ideal Friday night for you.
Yeah, live band, whatever it is, any type of performance, and then a lounge. I hate going into those environments. You gotta yell over the music all the time. Yeah, you yelling
It's
like,
like,
"Oh
what?
shit!" Come home and you can't, you
Can't
can't
talk.
talk. So yep, that's how I would
Can't
rather
even
do
sing a
it.
note. We be out here sound like Ray J. One wish, one wish,
One
my baby born,
win,
my baby born.
my baby, my baby.
Shout out to Ray J for the comedy. Like
Nah,
that was hilarious.
man. Shout out to Versus, not Ray J. Ray
Versus,
J.
yes.
Yeah.
No, well, he was the comedy. The way he had a tantrum on that stage, like y'all singing my song and y'all ain't even telling me don't sing my song. Let me get it. Let me get it one time. I'm trying to serenade my baby mama. He trying to get the take back. So come on over
Dude,
here.
dude, mad emotional. You looking in the stand. I'm sorry, Brandy. I'm sorry. They trying me.
It was because I got the baby mom. Got the baby. He said for me it would be hanging out with real people and talking about evolving to be better with bourbon and a
Bourbon and
cigar.
Hey.
I like that. My kind of guy, my guy. Let's go. We need to do that. We need to do that. So okay, for me. Okay, so let's the next one will be for you. So I'm gonna shuffle up some more while you
Just give me a number.
5.
We already did it. That was the
We did
sweetest
5?
thing. Yeah, didn't we do it?
Oh,
That was the sweetest thing anybody
yeah, okay,
ever
okay,
said
okay.
about you. Mm-hmm. You was just
12.
trying to see if I'm sticking to my number.
I was trying to make sure that I thought 5 my favorite number. So let's go.
All right, this one gonna be pretty easy, but I want you to elaborate on this one,
Okay.
and I want you to talk about how you know what? I just want you to I just want to hear what you say. So the question on this one is,
Where's Bishop? I hear him.
so what?
It's 11 o'clock.
On a Saturday.
True. Okay.
All right. This question is, would you consider yourself to be confident,
And why?
and why?
Yeah. I am. And that's the reason why I'm on this live right now, is because I built up that confidence, because I wasn't at a point. Like I said, shout out to Toastmasters for helping me with the things I felt like I wasn't confident in. When I initially started with Toastmasters, I was passed out. And I was talking to two people. I was like, I can't talk in front of people, you know. But I was like, but people made a good point. That was like, if you don't feel like you're necessarily speaking, but you feel like you're teaching something, then it should be a little bit more easier. So I have come into that point. That's what makes me be able to get up and come in and do a live or do a podcast or do a public speech now, is because I know what I've learned, and I know through my experience of how I can help people. So if I feel like I'm teaching, I'm confident in the knowledge that I have, because I've been through it and I've used it and it works. So I'm not saying it's going to be the end of all be all, but I know that I could be able to help you with a strategy to be able to get you where you need to go into that next level. So yeah, I'm super confident in that. And my sales game is, long as I'm confident in the product, I'm confident in my skills, but if I'm confident in the product, it makes it go even more. So that's my why. How about you? Would you consider yourself to be confident, and why? Well, you got to go back to the question first.
I would, but I want to. Let me get Drake in there real quick. Let Drake get his in there. You got to read it.
He said, "Oh, sorry, I'm."
Yeah.
Yes, because I love me some me. Yes, I really believe that I can do just about anything most of the time, or I will learn how to do it / get it done. That's because he a high I, high C like me. So you think like me. We are here. Okay? We are here. I got you. Yes. If I know it, especially if I know it, I'm super confident in it. But if I don't know it, I will let you know that I don't know it confidently, but I'm going to go out and learn it. I'm going to go out and learn and try to figure it out. And that'll even test me. Even if people are like, no, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out on my own. I'm still going to go learn it, because I'm not going to have someone come and ask me that question again and I not have an answer. I do not like not having an answer for a person, But so I'm willing to go and figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. If I know, then it's game on. Yeah. I can just boom, boom, boom. Here's the logic. Here's the reasoning. Here's the pros. Here's the cons. Here's the benefits. Here's some kind of bump in the road, but this is how we can be able to fix it. Yes. That's the owl. Mm-hmm. That's the owl. How about you, Brandon?
All right. So for me, yes. And I just feel like I got gifts that other people don't have. And I just feel like I've recognized them, and I'm thankful for that. So I feel like that's why I'm confident. I don't feel like I have the same thing that other people have, which makes me feel as if I'm special. And honestly, that's really it.
That's dope.
That's really it.
My thing says in my profile, and shout out to Take Flight. We got our profiles. I'm so excited about this. It did say in here, I'll read it. Hold on. One of the things.
Yeah, plus I'm a parent, so I'm definitely going to be confident.
This is our updated assessment.
At all times. And even if I wasn't confident, you would never know. Like, you would never see it, because it just don't show. It don't show up on my face. What page you looking for?
I'm looking for the communication do's and don'ts, because it was here it is. It says, when communicating with Tiffany, give Tiffany time to verify the issues and potential outcomes. But the one that I want to focus on was, here it is. Do your homework, because Tiffany's homework will already be done. So I'm gonna be confident. If I'm gonna come to you and I'm gonna let you know right there. I'm gonna let you. It's so small, but you can't see it. If so, then he said send him that link. He'll come on. Come on, come
I'm about to send it to
on.
him too.
Send it to him. Yeah, mine's is I'm gonna do my homework. So I am gonna come to you with confidence and talk to you about whatever it is. If you give me something to like, okay, we're gonna discuss emotional freedom techniques. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure it's fully researched. I'm gonna get as much information as I can, so I could be able to either help you elaborate, or I can be able to give you some more knowledge on it. That's gonna be my goal. So we look like we about to get Drake on here. Let's go right now. Hey,
When Drake come, I'm gonna take off the overlay.
you are,
So
yeah.
Drake, that's gonna come into your messenger. Check that. Check
Yeah,
that.
check
that
it
message.
out. So, and question: do you guys want us to talk about our profiles? These are our updated profiles, our updated disc assessments. So it talks about our understanding ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So me, yes, they show you your profile, everything. It's so pretty too. It's so colorful.
So what I love, so let me real quick. So what I love about it is this. I remember when we were just learning our profiles, we've been learning in the form of a D, a I, a S, and a C. And you think about like the characteristics of a letter, there isn't really too many characteristics that come with. If I say, tell me to identify I, like what do you think about when you think about the letter I? You think like myself, you know what I'm saying? You think about that. When you think about the letter S, what do you think? You know, slither, something like that. But but when you think about a parrot, what are the characteristics of a parrot? And you think like
they talk. They're the
confident, outgoing, colorful, out there. And then you got the
eagle.
Yeah, then you got like a dove. Like, what's the characteristics of a dove? You think like patient, soft spoken, loving, those type of things. So now that we have that philosophy, like I was telling, like when Mr. Drake was talking earlier, it's about philosophy. It's just a different way of seeing things and perceiving life, and that's the philosophy behind it. So I love it because I feel like everybody's going to be able to comprehend a lot better than before.
Right, absolutely. Is he jumping on? He about to jump on.
Well, when he'll come in.
It'll just bring him in.
Nah. So what happens is once he hit that link that I sent him in his chat, he's gonna pop up at the bottom of the screen. It's gonna show that he's in the studio.
Okay.
And then we just gotta bring him up on screen, so it'll show at the bottom. Yeah. Okay. All right. Give me another number.
17.
All right, 17. This is a little cute question. So this question right here is, what movie would you like erased from your memory because you hated it that much?
I'll let you go first on this one.
Don't be a menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
It was horrible. I thought it was so funny.
I hated it. I thought it made us look so stupid. Yeah. Yeah. All they movies is retarded to me. I mean, I'm sorry to say that word, but I don't like none of them Marlon Wayans movies.
Oh no, they're it's a parody. They're making fun of all of our serious. Don't Be a Menace was making fun of Menace to Society.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that until I got older. Yeah.
Yeah, and like even with scary movies, it was for them to they're making fun of all of the serious movies. So that's why I loved it. It's like you're not supposed to take it serious. It's supposed to look stupid. He said it blocks my mic on my phone.
He just gotta accept it.
Yeah, you gotta accept it.
Yeah, you gotta opt in.
Yeah, you gotta push allow. But for me, that one movie with Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, it was stupid. Stop. That was stupid. It's like, is this what we're doing?
You hated it?
Yeah. I didn't even watch it all. I was just like, I fell asleep. I fell asleep on it.
All right, that was a lame question,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. I'm like, I don't know. I don't.
Hey, it was random. You picked it. That was when you picked.
All right. Well, actually, it's our hour, and our time is up.
Yeah, we did it. We fulfilled our duty. We said
Yeah,
what we wanted to do.
yeah,
So run that back. I think it was a good little time on here. Good opportunity to see what the audience is like on the Saturday night. And on a Saturday night, they active. They out there.
yeah.
Anybody who want to watch the replay, jump on the replay. It'll be posted on all our social links. Kill some time.
Even me screaming and jumping all over the place from a
I know. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's gonna make one hell of
blooper.
a blooper, man. I'm really gonna. So even if that's all I can get, if I can just get that little snippet from this one today, then that's the one I'm gonna use for our marketing material.
I still got my feet up. Like my feet is asleep right now because I didn't put my feet up in the chair.
Yeah.
I ain't playing no games. Don't put no bugs. I don't do no bugs. I don't do bugs. If you know Tiffany, I don't do bugs.
Yeah. So I got something new that I'm gonna drop in the chat. So in the past, I was pretty much just telling everybody, I was like, I'm gonna drop this link in the chat. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat. So instead of me dropping all those links, I'm gonna drop this one link right here. Well, I can't even drop that link because it ain't even right. Look at that. Instagram ain't playing. Seriously, you gotta click the link and then you gotta go to it.
And then you gotta save it or copy it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm getting it right now.
Yeah, so if you guys have not checked out episode 3, it was some healing. We did some healing ourselves during that process as well. So you guys might want to check that out. It's available on Spotify. Check out Anchor, where you can see whatever platform works out best for you guys. Check us out on YouTube at Meet the Wards. We appreciate you guys so much for all your love and support. And then the link is there in the chat for you guys. Click that. It'll have all of our major platforms. And we appreciate you guys so much. You guys, Vegas don't sleep. So do we. We try to make sure that we'll get a better time frame on this. We wanted to come out a little bit earlier today, but we had to get these kids their priority, and they wasn't ready for us to jump on yet. So we'll work everything out for you guys coming up. But we appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to all of our platforms. We are close to our 50 to be monetized on Spotify, so help support us and get us out there. And thank you guys so much for all the likes on our Facebook page. It is growing, and we love you guys. In the words of Miss Nikki, I love you for free. And we will see you guys so soon. We will see you guys.
Yeah, we definitely gonna see you. So real quick, just before you finish up. So if you hit that link if you hit that link that I put in the chat, you get a little synopsis about us, but you get access to all of our social networks, our Instagram, our Facebook, our TikTok. We're about to start getting back on our TikTok.
Ooh.
Those that love Twitter, we got our Twitter on there. Of course, my LinkedIn for those business owners. Those that love video, they go to your YouTube. Those that love podcasts, that goes to your Spotify. And then if you want to email me, you can email me at this link. You can also check out all our websites, the We Mentality website, my speaker site. You want to book me for speaking. All our books. If you want to buy our books, the Manifesting Playbook, The Pain of the Man, Manifesting Mommy's Journal, Brazil Safe Ventures, From Tragedy to Testimony, the ebook. If you want to just show us support, you can support the movement by clicking that link there. But these are the two I wanted to say something about real quick before I got off of here. So you hear our podcast. If you ever want to be a guest on our podcast, you can fill out an application. So you hit that link that says podcast guest application. And then there's also a podcast listener survey. Yeah. That podcast listener survey means so much to me because it's ways that we can improve and get better for you. because we really don't want to continue to bore you, or we don't want to give you content that's not helpful or that's not beneficial. If it's something, if y'all feel like we need to turn up the heat in here, y'all feel like we too cold or we too warm and we not being transparent enough, give us those questions and give us that feedback. Because if that's what y'all want, then that's what y'all can have. Keep in mind and remember that we are one of the most transparent couples that you're ever gonna meet. And the reason why I say that is because anything that's happened in our lives, we have exposed it. Like we've talked about it, it's out there in the books. So if it's something that we can talk about from a book here on live, and we know that it's gonna help you and benefit you, then we can talk about it here. So with that being said, hey Bishop, how you doing, handsome?
Good, Daddy.
What you doing up, babe?
I pooped in the potty.
Hey!
That's
And
right.
Bishop went poop in the potty. Well, good job. All right, get the people. Tell the people bye. Hey, Berlin.
Hey, say tell everybody to like, comment, and subscribe.
Guys.
All right, say it again because I'm gonna use this as a snippet for some marketing. So like, comment, and subscribe.
No, let him say.
Let him say it. I know you know how to say it.
Yeah.
So Bishop, say
it.
like, comment, and subscribe.
Comment and subscribe.
Say like, comment, and subscribe.
And subscribe.
Okay, say it one more time.
Comment and subscribe.
That's right. Say peace.
Peace.
Bye, you guys.
Bye. Adios.
Oh, there goes Zilly too. Everybody that came by, they said, "Oh, we heard one, we get all."
Adios.
We out. Thank y'all for spending time with us. And that's it. The awards, and we out.
Gotta get y'all to sleep.
Let's go to bed.
Say peace. We out. Say bye. Bye.
Later.
Bye.